Joining me now is Greg Raleigh, the Director of Food for Fuel, also known as F3 Incorporated. Greg, welcome to Let's Talk.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
Thanks for having
good.
me on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Tell us a little bit about F3. What is the organization? What's its mission and how long have you been around?
We've been around since 2005. Our mission is to improve the health and improve physical status of children in DC, to provide opportunities such as after-school fitness programs in terms of nutrition counseling. We work with the public schools in order to have access to the kids. We know that the obesity levels in DC is just as high as it is in every other major city. And we think this hands-on approach, we've had much success with direct approach with kids who have gone on to have careers in the military, careers in the police department, because they passed the physical fitness portion of their requirements.
Greg, I'm curious how, a lot of people do have a lot of programs in the school system, right? And working with young folks. How is it that you sort of narrowed in on physical fitness? And what is it in your background that made you decide to pursue this?
Well, I'm a certified personal trainer and a nutritionist. I'm also a stroke survivor. So what I've done is take my personal experiences and struggles and try to fashion a type of regimen that kids could be used to and could adopt right now at their age. We teach kids things they could do right now that do not cost a lot of money, such as buying fruits instead of chips. That's something kids can do right now, and it doesn't cost any money. So we want to educate them on those types of options that are in their control right now.
And you took kids to Career Day at the U.S. Naval Academy. What is your relationship with the Naval Academy, and how is it that you were able to take them, of all places, there?
Well, the Naval Academy has a cycling program, and we have a biking program in DC with DC Youth. We have 60 kids down in our biking program, and we reached out to the Naval Academy, and they thought it'd be a great collaboration because it would be a great recruiting opportunity for them. They don't have regular access to DC public school kids, so we wanted to kind of introduce the kids to them and them to us, and see how many kids would be interested not only in cycling but other careers they would learn about at the Naval Academy.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the cycling program. I want to go back to the event, but
We just
what is that?
it started right out. It started during COVID when all the rec centers were closed down, and so me and one of our coaches named Alice Clark over at Dunbar, he's a cycling professional. So him and I got together and wanted to come up with some ways kids could exercise at that time, and then it's grown and expanded, and now we do bike trails, bike competitions. We run mostly all through the summertime, just trying to get kids some kind of activity to do that's not expensive.
And what's the age group of the young people you work with?
We work with kids as young as 12 to 17.
Mm-hmm. Okay, amazing. And I'm curious too because a lot of kids in the city unfortunately don't grow up owning bicycles. So how are you able to support them in this program?
Well, we buy the bicycles and then we have them in storage. And
Okay,
so what we do, we
nice.
issue the bikes to kids every summer, and they get to use the bike all the way through the fall. And then they turn it back in, and then we do the repair and maintain of the bikes, and we cycle it back and open back up in the springtime.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I mean, I'm feeling some kind of way right now because my father bought me a beautiful bike when I was in the sixth grade and put it in storage. And I went down there one day and somebody had stolen it. My heart was broken. I haven't owned a bike since. So I feel for those kids, that really probably get something out of this program, but can't afford a bike, can't
Right.
store a bike safely. So that's a great thing. So what was this career day that you did at the Naval Academy? Tell me about that.
Well, the amazing thing we learned with the kids who went to the Naval Academy was one, there's only three major components the kids have to comply to get accepted, and most of the kids already comply with two of them. One, they have to be in physical fitness condition, pass the test. Two, they have to have the proper grades. And three, they have to have a moral up ground, or as they say, stay out of trouble and don't get a police record. And we told the kids did not realize that 95% of the kids who attended already academically qualified, but they didn't know that. And they didn't know that Once you qualify and you get accepted, tuition is free. And that was the two major points that came out of it with the coaches and the teachers. And so we want to applaud all the teachers that helped us, because I think a lot of teachers don't get the recognition in DC for the success they do with kids in the schools. And so Sergeant Major Boyce and his staff, they've done some amazing stuff in developing the academic level achievement of the kids as of right now. It was mind blowing that we told some of the kids they didn't know that they already qualified to be in the Naval Academy.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. And the other thing too that I would even not only commend the teachers, but you as well, because a lot of times, we have these wonderful programs in our schools, but we can't get kids involved. It sounds like you have a good recruitment program operating.
Yes, we have. We're experienced in learning how to recruit kids, because we do, like I said, after school stuff. We do track and field. So we have the people in place that know how to do the outreach to the schools, the athletic departments, and then we know the connections with the various colleges, universities. So we've been doing this for 15 years on organizing kids. So when we have an event, the word goes out. The kids know we're legit, so they show up.
Wonderful. And it sounds like you have quite a few partners working with you. Ben's Chili Bowl, Buddy's Crabs. I mean, what's in it for them?
Well, we realized when we sat down with Ben's Chili Bowl, Kamal Ali and his family, was that they had served, they had the same interest in us in trying to expand students' opportunities and awareness in going to college. So it was a perfect synergy once we realized we were on the same path. Buddy's was amazing out in Maryland. They now are asking to be the exclusive rights to us when we come out to visit we visit the kids at the academy. So the kids loved it. The parents loved it. Sergeant Major Boyce, Sergeant Mitchell, Lieutenant Sergeant Dutton, and many other GRT officials that attended the event. So they were able to see how the actual presentation went and what the kids learned in terms of information, as well as what they need to do to stay in touch, to follow the academic requirements of the Naval Academy, so they can put them in sync in time with schedule with when they have to do early enrollment.
So, Greg, how do you sort of evaluate whether yourself, because we can be our own worst critics. How do you evaluate whether the F3 program is successful?
Well, we have an excellent follow-up procedure that we have with the kids. We do surveying, we do direct calling with the kids, we have follow-up meetings with the kids, and we get that kind of feedback. So, like I said, we've been doing this, and we do not want to be a one-and-done company. And that's what most kids get up disenchanted at the school, because they say, Mr. Raleigh, they come in here and they give us flyers and we never see them again. So we have made our commitment that most of our programs are 6 to 8 weeks when we do implement a program at a school. So we tell the kids, we're not going anywhere, and we're going to see you through the whole process, and you're going to have your success. And then what we want to do is put the success out there and let that be an inspiration for other kids.
Yeah, and it sounds like, you've sort of tapped into what kids really want, what students are looking for when, just from adults. But are there things that you can put a label on? I mean, when we're working with our young people, we always are scratching our heads saying, what do they want? Why are they not satisfied? Blah, blah, blah. But what do you think young people really want and need from your interaction with them?
Consistent attention. They don't want to be a one and done. They hope that you're going to stick around and not just see them once and then never see them again. So we make a commitment to stay in kids' lives through the whole process. So, we're going to be around, and the kids know they can always reach out to us when they have issues facing, crisis, any issue dealing with school. They know they can reach out to us and our counselors that we have on our team that can be there instantly with them and help their parents or any of their guardians. And that wins over their trust. I think what we've learned from kids is that if they see that we're involved and we're aware and their access to us on a regular basis, that develops the trust. And that's what most kids tell us they don't like, or that's why they're turned off by so many projects in the city as of now.
It sounds like you really do have a successful program, but are you looking for volunteers? You need funding? I mean, what's next for you all?
We're always looking for funding. Volunteers, funding volunteers is always something we look for. But, sometimes people say they're going to do stuff and they don't show up. People say they're going to supplies and they don't show up.
Sound
So
like the kids.
yeah, so they're like the kids. So we have to do a screen. We have a screen process about when volunteers come to us, because we want people who are understand what the bigger picture of what we're trying to do, and that's to show the kids that we have some long-term interest in their goals. So funding's always. I mean, we do funding like everybody else. We're up at the federal level. We're at the city level. We're private donors. Wherever we're trying to go, like a Ben's Chili Bowl was a great sponsor for us. That was a big surprise out of nowhere. So we always are looking, out there trying, digging and scratching, grinding, trying to find, organizations, that want to see the benefit in what we're doing.
What's next for F3? What's
We
coming up?
have a reading program scheduled in April with the Metropolitan Police Department, promoting reading with elementary school kids. So we're trying to put that together right now. The Naval Academy has asked us to do a long-term contract with them where they want us to do 2 trips now, one in the spring and one in the fall. And they really want us to ramp this up and make it a regular thing for them. So that's basically where we are now. Our after-school programs usually are done in the summertime. So, those things we're just in preparation for next spring. The cycling program always starts in April and goes through the summer.
And the last thing I didn't ask, is this for girls and boys? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's a diverse. It was beautiful to see the diversity of the kids that attended the event during back in November 2nd. There was girls, it was boys, it was culturally diverse. It was beautiful of the junior ROTC and the DC Public Schools to outreach kids of all diversity, and that was what fun. That was a big fun. I noticed all of it was the diversity of the students.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, we would certainly want to know more about the reading program,
Okay.
because as a newspaper, we're very sensitive and concerned about the literacy level of
Right.
our DC school children, and in the region as well, but particularly in our public schools. So we would love to figure out a way we can work with you on that. So reach out, get in touch if people want to know more about the program. I don't know if we've posted anything, but how can they learn more about it? There we go. That's it.
Yeah,
Food.
foodforfuel.org is where we haven't posted anything yet because we're still in the midst of putting together a promotional video. But
Okay.
probably in the next couple of weeks, we'll have all the videos and the pictures, everything available will be on our website.
And is that where people will be able to go if they want to have their young son or daughter to sign up?
Oh yes, you can always go. You can always go there, and you can send us an email and tell us, which program you want to be part of, where your interest lies, and then leave us an email, and we will get back. That's one thing we do stress here at Food for Fuel. We do follow up. We do return calls.
And I keep saying the last question. That's the Baptist preacher in me. Hopefully, no, I'm not offending anybody. But as far as schools are concerned, if young people are involved, are there? I guess what schools, if students are enrolled in particular schools and they want to know more about the program, are there particular schools that you all are in right now, or is it just universal?
It's universal. Dunbar
Okay.
has been our biggest partner by
Okay.
far, but pretty much when we do an outreach, we have the ability to reach out to all the DC schools.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you, Greg Raleigh,
Thank
for
you.
being with us and for sharing this wonderful program, Food for Fuel, or F3 Incorporated. And wish you the best of luck. Have a wonderful holiday. And thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for what you're doing for the young people in our community. I think everybody appreciates it.
You as well, and thank you for the informer for having the interest in us getting the information out to our community.
My pleasure.
Means a
My
lot
pleasure.
to us.
See you in April.